well played by Riven, getting out of there. And
And unfortunately, Karth is just not having enough
yeah, not
damage
having
yet
enough
to be able to
damage
kill
early
anyone.
on. But it does give Shyvana time just farm, get up another level on top of Riven. Um, they're not really shutting Riven down, but she's slightly behind. Looking at CS, she's about 10
12.
behind.
Now
And
10.
Karthus goes ahead. He looks like he's gonna go pick up blue, but looks like Maokai, sorry, is gonna pick it up.
Malcolm might need this one early on, and then
Yeah,
everyone after it. No, he's still gonna give it to Karthus.
yeah, he's still giving it to Karthus, which is it's good. Maokai can just back and get mana if he really needs it. And
Blue might reset. Nope, Blue gets taken down by Karthus.
I think you're a little
Problem
bit
is that
behind.
Maokai doesn't have the mana regen that he needs right now. Only having regrowth mana, never going back yet. He might be able to pick up Follow Stone now and sort of bolster that mana regen, but until he does, he's kind of just sitting there. Graves and Tarek just pushing the lane to the bot turret. However, Corki is CSing under turret very well. As we have Riven, who is now warded the river side. So the
Looks like
Maokai
she's
gangster
caught
will
up
be
and
here.
is actually beating Shyvana in farm now.
Shyvana left lane to buy 2 Doran's Blades and a Ninja Tabby. Riven
She's
falling on a bit of a harass onto the Shyvana
Yeah,
now.
they're actually trading pretty evenly at this point. Um, it looks like
Is Voodoo
Luminosity,
God coming off
or
this
not, sorry.
Maokai?
Yeah, it does actually look like that is going to
Shyvana's not
happen.
responding. Karthus is not responding.
He does get the
Nunu and Maokai
steal.
are just
The
fighting.
steal.
And he
Consume
just
smite
went.
in the bush there. Maokai did not take it out of the bush, and that ended up in a loss of his red buff.
So
Looks
Nunu
like
has
bottom
responded.
is getting a little bit poke on each other here.
And
Janna's
Ballsy.
dropping real low, really low. Uh,
Corki's low as well.
yeah, Corki almost pulled off a kill on Graves, but the stun came out on Corki and all those heals
Janna,
and potions.
Janna is going B. They could potentially die this Corki and kill him. Tarek just needs to stun him off.
I think she does not have enough mana for Valkyrie at this point. He's about 100
Well,
or 40
Graves.
off, so
Graves not going for this dive. Oriana was going to come down for it if they did. Shyvana just pushing hard onto Red, wanting to make her CS under turret.
the thing is, Riven is really good at CSing under turret, and I mean, she's not really losing anything from CSing under turret. She's just getting free farm.
As long as she hits them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... Riven's base damages are actually relatively high, so...
She already has 108 attack damage.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like Karthus is getting a little bit aggressive on Oriana here.
He does have the blue buff. He does have essentially free harass. Oriana taking a
Nunu looks like he's
chalice.
going to try for a
Chalice.
lane gank on bottom here. And we got a gank coming in on top lane, but there's a ward there, so Riven does know that that's there. Nunu's going to flash in. He does pull. Cleanse comes out a little bit too early off Graves, and he does get ice blasted by Nunu. And that looks like it's going to be first blood. Picked up by Nunu under the tower, down there on bottom.
As he consumes a minion and tells us how delicious it is.
Yummy.
Arthas is roaming a little bit. He could be going for something here. Nope. Now go back
And
and
looks like
farm.
they
Looks
are
like
going to go
Blue
ahead
Side's
and
gonna
pick up...
pick up the dragon.
Yep. Who needs sleep? Going to go ahead and pick up the first dragon. This should be relatively uncontested.
Maokai's coming in, Karthus is coming in. They might be just wanting to say, hey, what you guys doing over here?
Oh, Maokai gets the steal on the dragon. Nunu goes ahead, and he's popping his ult. They do pick up a kill on Nunu. Karthus is picked up by Corki, but it looks like a double kill here. Oh, the shield comes perfectly out from Janna to save Corki. And that is a one-for-one trade. But Maokai did steal that dragon out, so that was well played.
Pretty even.
Yeah, two
Shyvana
versus
applying a
four.
lot of harass on the Riven up top, dragoning into her. Riven is now down to a little under half HP while Shyvana is nearly full. Shyvana could just dive this and get her potentially if she doesn't get stunned under turret.
I'm pretty sure Riven does have ult right now, so that probably isn't a good idea. Riven can actually fight pretty well against her under tower here.
Well, she does have that stun, which will actually make all the difference in that fight.
Yeah, it makes a huge
As
difference.
Shyvana continues to just want to go in on Riven.
She's just really pushing it up, getting as much early, like getting the minions into the tower as much as she possibly can, and trying to get Riven to lose CS, like right there. Looks like Nunu is going to go ahead and pick up blue. Orianna doesn't look like she's coming up for it. She probably will be. Doesn't look like Nunu really needs it. But Orianna needs to push out mid first before she can go take that from him. Yeah, there she
Well,
goes.
she does have a chalice. She does have a Neosea Large Rod already. So she does have quite a bit of advantage over Karthus in lane with that magic resist, even though Karthus does have a Rod of Ages. The two of them are farming about evenly with Orianna a little on top and Karthus taking up one kill. They know that Nunu's in their jungle taking their wraiths. As Karthus goes to take his blue buff without any help from Maokai.
Which isn't really a big deal.
Maokai might be coming for lane gank, but he needs him to push his lane further.
Well, they do have wards from Who Needs Sleep into their jungle. They're rather aggressively warding. So, I mean,
But seems to suit that purpose of being defensive as well.
yeah, it is. Well, bottom really can't be yanked from anywhere besides lane, unless Maokai decides he's gonna go through two wards and like juke them out and come through their tribush or something. Uh,
We do have an Orianna combo now dealing quite a bit more damage to Karthus. I think that Karthus right now is in a pretty bad position as far as that goes, considering that Orianna does have...
yeah, Orianna has Chalice and blue buff. Looks like she's gonna be going for the Athenes, which is gonna give her a really huge advantage over Karthus in lane. And it'll give her quite a bit of presence when she needs to poke.
Not to forget that her Q to W combo is dealing over 550 damage, which is roughly a third to half of Karthus' HP.
Oh,
Maokai
that's
coming in
insane.
from top.
It doesn't look like they're actually gonna want to go for a gank. Yeah, Malachi actually does want to chill for this. He wants to see if Riven will come out.
I feel that is a
Oh,
better decision
there it
for him to make
comes.
almost.
Yeah, Riven is caught out here. And
As
it looks
she
like Maokai
flashes
actually
out,
might be the one to die there. Yep, she turned around and
Ignite
got
going
the
down.
kill.
Oh, Maokai turned around with the
And here
Ignite
comes
with the
the
first
Karthus
shot.
ult to pick up Riven, and it doesn't quite get it. Oh, alright. Shyvana
Will
pulls the
Shyvana get it?
E.
Shyvana picks it up with her Flame Breath.
I think you're actually a little bit behind in the
I am
replay.
barely.
Yeah, you should click the live button real quick.
Ah, no wonder.
You're probably like 4 or 5 seconds behind because of that pause.
No, I just set to live now. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm surprised that Shyvana's just not picking up this top turret right now. She does have the advantage on it. She could
What
pick it up.
what she wants to do is continue farming Riven under the tower, and then if they lose a dragon again, then she'll probably try to take it. She couldn't take it last time because they were pushed out, but she's just gonna sit and farm in between turrets here, and see if the minions will just do the work for her.
We have Nunu set up for the lane gank. They don't know that Nunu's there.
Yeah,
And
here
here
comes
comes
the
the
ice blast onto
advantage
Taric.
on top of
Taric
the
flash
tower.
immediately. Exhaust comes onto
Taric will
Taric. It looks
still
like
go
Taric's gonna
down.
go down here, and Corki does pick it up.
As
Shyvana's
Riven
just
has...
chilling in between turrets. Riven can't even fight her right now. She knows this. Oh, here comes Riven. She's gonna try and fight.
He just wants to bait her back into the turret, then drop a stun on her.
Shyvana just pulling the singed mode. Just farming between turrets and doing her thing. It looks like she's just gonna take this tower and then fight Riven. Yeah. She did definitely get the tower down.
With Oriana invading into um, Hecarimjob's wraiths and taking them freely.
Looks like yeah, top lane is just turned into a massive farm lane. I'm actually quite surprised by this. Shyvana is insanely pushing, like
Well, there
insane.
have been a lot of ganks coming up top. We've seen about 3 or 4 already,
Yeah.
mostly from Hecarimjob's side with the Maokai. However, they just haven't been able to capitalize on this as...
Riven's coming down. It looks like they're going to try and get in on a dragon here because Riven did lose her tower, so she could go ahead and roam without fear
And
of
she
losing
does
another
have
one.
a lot of damage. She does have a BF sword. She's getting nearly to that Bloodthirster. She has a Ninja Tabby in case Graves really decides to go in on her.
Which is going to be one of those things that if he does, then it's probably not
We
a
might
good...
have a full team fight come down here.
Yeah, definitely. They're ready for dragon here. Their pink ward is down for who needs sleep, and they don't have a ward for Hecarimjob. You like the enunciation on that one?
Corky Rockets start coming in.
They did start dragon. It looks like they are going to pick this one up, actually. Nunu goes ahead and smite steals it.
Riven ult comes down.
Nunu ult comes down, Riven ult comes down. Karthus is still alive in there. He's going to go ahead and ult now. And he's not... He's going to pick up a... Oriana picks up a double kill. And
I am...
I'm
Wow.
thoroughly happy by this game so far. These are... Like, between the last two dragons, the first one, Maokai got, and then they traded even kills. And now, Nunu's
Just gonna
picked one up,
replay that one
and
real
they
fast.
picked up even kills. I really don't know how Karthus was alive for that long with about 40 health in the middle of that team fight, but it totally worked out for them. Oriana
Well,
just...
Karthus was able to sit in that entire fight until after Dragon was taken, in which case he flashes onto Who Needs Sleep and then is able to sit with his Defile before Graves picks up the kill on Oriana. So Karthus was actually dropped down very low and then just flashed back in to get the full passive out of himself.
So we got a replay going here just to see what exactly happened here. Nunu just comes up and consumes, smites it, and then he just blows his ult. And Karthus is inside all of that. Nunu ult does get stopped, and Karthus has just got 15 health in the middle of their team.
Right back in.
Yeah, he said screw that, and yeah, the ultimate from Oriana kills Karthus, and he just picks up the Taric with an auto attack. And that's the end of the fight there.
So a very even fight there. Nunu was able to pick up the dragon with Consume Smite. As top lane continues to get pushed in, there's not much that Riven can really do against the Shyvana. She continues to push into the second bubble.
And it looks like bottom's actually going to get taken down as well here. Corky's just free hitting it. Oh, does pick up the actual turret here.
Riven and Shyvana are fighting under the top turret as Shyvana gets dropped down about a third of her health. Riven does have enough damage to compete now, though, as she does have her Bloodthirster.
Yeah, definitely. Riven actually looks like she wants to fight this. Riven's got her ultimate, and so does Shyvana actually. So it's gonna... I mean, that lane is actually really even. I'm quite surprised.
Looks like they want this mid turret now as well. As there's a 4-man push on this. Shyvana wants to come in and ult through this. Maokai gets the snare off on Oriana. Karthus Defile comes down. Karthus wall comes down.
Graves does pick Oriana.
Pretty fast. Karthus ult is coming down. Will it pick up the Janna? It does pick up
It
the
does
Janna.
pick up Janna. Okay.
And it looks like Hecarimjob is going to be able to push against this mid turret, possibly claim 2. No, they're just going to say, no,
They want this Baron. You guys are low. You can't fight. Smite is up for Nunu, as well as Consume and Flash. But it's too late. It's already down. Graves does pick it up with his buckshot. And he turns around and picks up Riven. And now they're just they're on the hunt. They are on the hunt. Anybody they can catch, they will.
Looks like that Riven Shyvana matchup just hasn't gone well for Riven at all. Riven's not really a counter to Shyvana, as Shyvana can just keep closing, and she has that dragon in case Riven just happens to knock you back. As Corgi picks up his Infinity Edge, he's just ready to deal a lot of damage, but without a Trinity Force.
Shyvana
And
is just going top. She's farming again.
the farm is relatively even except for Shyvana pulling ahead. It's just that everything is coming down to these team fights, in which case Hecarimjob is doing very well. Who Needs Sleep is doing well too, but they're just not coming out on top of them.
You know, really, they're not actually that far behind. They're only down by 1 kill. They're down by these 2 turrets that have just been taken out because they did end up getting Baron. Baron was a close fight.
And it looks like this mid turret's gonna go down. So they are counter pushing off this Baron.
Yeah, they are still picking up objectives, even with the Baron in the enemy hands. They still feel strong. They're only down by 2,000 gold. They did pick up 2 dragons as opposed to um, wait, they only did pick up 1. Sorry. So the dragons are even. Brain's not working.
If Oriana can keep herself from getting caught out, then the fights will start getting turned around and she continues to try to get to this Grail. But I just don't know if it's too late or not.
You know what? She did end up picking up Rabadons before she picked up the Grail. So, you know, she could actually just be sitting on the Chalice for a while and then selling it later on. She just needed the early mana regen. And Makai
As
did
she
pick up an
does pick up
Oracle, so
Lotus
he is
Nexus
clearing
Crown.
wards now. I don't think there is an Oracles for Who Needs
Nunu.
Sleep. Nunu does
Nunu.
have Oracles. Yes, he does. He has had it for a while, hasn't he?
Red team has slain the dragon.
As Purple now goes up 1 dragon.
And Makai jumps in on Nunu, throws his ult down, and he says, nah, forget it. They're going to go ahead, Karthus wall on Oriana, and Oriana just flashes over the wall. Very nice flash.
She
Karthus
wants to take on this Karthus too.
Karthus has gotten caught. Oriana does get the ult off and kills him. Well played there. A little bit out of position for Karthus, and Maokai sees that there's 2 wards in there and says, please no. Alright, so Shyvana does look like she's going to catch Oriana in the jungle, and she's going to leave. Baron is running out pretty soon here for Hecarimjob. They've got about maybe 30 seconds left on it, and
It just no, never mind, it didn't.
yeah, it's
Wrong
expiring
side.
pretty soon here. It looks like they're just pushing back out lanes, clearing their jungles, making sure that they're getting everything that they can while they can. And really, the only difference between the teams as far as gold is the Tower and Baron. Um, and even then, the Tower's really been nullified by Oriana's farm
It's
over
definitely been
over
a really even
Karthus's.
matchup so far. However, you do have Shyvana over Riven by about
Yeah,
50.
quite a bit.
So the
Oriana's
Oriana
got
and Shyvana cancel.
Yeah, Oriana's got Karthus by about 30, but they've got about the same amount of kills, and Karthus has got 3 assists on top of that, which aren't really worth all that much, but it's enough.
I think as these team fights scale on, though, Maokai will only get stronger as Nunu will kind of fall off, as Maokai can just slap in his ult on top of Nunu's and Oriana's and say, I'm absorbing a majority of this damage, and I'm just gonna turn it back in your face.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Karthus can also sit in that Maokai ult and just continue to defile as he takes reduced damage as well, increasing his life by that much more, and just making him that much more effective.
Tarek's looking to be here. I think that's just baiting, trying to see if he can get them to come in on them.
Well, the Shyvana was back in base, so the bait wasn't exactly going to be the most effective way
Yeah,
to engage on it.
it was one of those things that could have been very bad if they would have picked up on it. Well, the damage coming out from Orianna onto Tarek isn't really that high. It looks like Tarek's got a decent amount of magic resist. No, he's only got 62. So I'm actually kind of surprised that it didn't take a little bit bigger chunk out of him. Baron looks to be coming up pretty soon here, so they're warding up for it. They're clearing wards. They want to get as much out of this as they can. They're checking the blue buff because they want that as well. They're greedy little guys.
As Karthus just takes wolves instead.
Yeah. It's like, your blue's gone, I'm going to kill these guys who are just chilling in the next camp over.
We could have a team fight going on up here as Who Needs Sleep is in the jungle. They're split off from the Maokai, but Maokai won't care. They catch him at the blue buff. Rivenal goes down. They pick up the Karthus.
Karthus does get picked up, but he is got a lot of damage with his ultimate. He does pick up Corki, and it looks like Tarek does get a stun off on Orianna, allowing Graves to get the kill, and they want to chase in on Janna.
Tarek did get his stun down on the Orianna. Nunu ult was able to get the full effect off. However, damage just wasn't there. As
Maokai dives in on Janna, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and pick up the kill with a Maokai ultimate. Yep, there it is. And they're going to take this tower inhibitor, and they're probably going to back off and try to get Baron.
Oh, looks like they're just going to have Maokai drop off and then meet him there.
Yep, they're going to go. They're going to go ahead and go to Baron. It looks like it's just going to be Nunu and Corki, as well as Riven, trying to get in that. Maybe they won't even try for a Baron fight.
It was a bit late.
Yeah, it was really late actually. They did get the inhibitor though, so I mean that was definitely worth it. They picked up a really nice team fight, and now they're pretty far ahead. They're feeling strong.
That looks like there's going to be the Baron bait fights going on over here as Janna just respawns.
Yeah,
Maokai's already down there. He throws a ward over the bush. Nunu does have Oracle, so he will be able to pick that off.
I don't think he's gonna want to though.
Well, Maokai can
Being a
respond
melee
with the wall.
champion, yeah, it puts you pretty in a vulnerable position over that wall there, because you can't see what is actually sitting on the other end of that.
And Tarek gets a off on the Janna. Maokai also roots into the Janna. Will they get this Corki? Shyvana
Yes,
just
they
chases
do.
into him. Karthus picks it up with his Q. Not having to waste anything there, they will get the
That
Baron
looks like a
buff. They
free Baron.
will push into more inhibitors. It's now looking very heavily in Hecarimjob's favor. Who Needs Sleep might need a little bit of sleep right now as they really need to pull something off miraculous.
They're about to go to sleep, whether they want to or not.
You're a very punny person.
uh,
Karthus wall goes down across the Riven. Graves comes into this, drops his
Riven
stun.
does get caught with the snare, and Graves picks her up.
Dropped.
Tarek looks like he wants to get a stun on Orianna, but goes ahead and says, nah, forget it. We don't need you. We're just going to
Graves
go
is
ahead and
getting a
take...
bit greedy as he walks into Orianna
Yeah.
W combo. But just walks away, shakes it off, has
Maokai,
Baron.
Maokai's just manning up, taking all of the harass from Orianna, making sure that his team gets mid for free. Oh, that Orianna combo is actually doing really well. Graves looks like he's in trouble a little bit there. And
They're not going
Maokai,
to be able to push against it though.
yeah.
Almost. Graves will probably be building into a Guardian Angel next, as all he really needs now is to make sure he stays alive throughout all fights. Ivana looks like she'll build to a Ionic Spark or a Wit's End. Bit late for Witness. It's probably going to be an Ionic Spark. Maokai's going to finish off his Frozen Heart as they pick up Dragon here.
Yeah, they are going to pick up Dragon on this one.
And Karthus is going to finish off a Will of the Ancients. Meanwhile, on Who Needs Sleep side, looks like Corky is going for a Quicksilver Sash. He wants to finish that Trinity Force, so he can't quite do it yet. Yana has really no late game items built. She only has the Aegis, which is more of a mid game item. Nunu is just Nunu. As Oriana is mostly built, she's going to build to a Rylai's now, followed by a Grail most likely. And Riven is trying to get to a Guardian Angel as well. However, Who Needs Sleep is down by about 9,000 gold.
Yeah, they're pretty far behind at this point. Of course, though, the longer the game goes on, the less and less that gold advantage is going to matter. So, I mean, to get a lot of what they want out of this gold advantage, Hecarimjob is going to have to get these objectives rather quickly.
It'll matter a lot more as to who has the gold as opposed to how much they have.
Yeah, exactly.
Karthus is nearly fully built. His next item will most likely be a Rylai's.
Karthus is just poking the crap out of Nunu, and Nunu's actually,
Taking it.
yeah, taking relatively low damage.
They are fairly low here. They could just initiate with this off of Malachi or Shyvana. It looks like the launchers, they go right behind the turret.
Yeah.
They snare the Corgi who tries to Valkyrie out of there. Shyvana Dragon does it. She gets punched by Shauna. And they Graves picks up the Ribbon as Malachi stares back into the Nunu, but he gets dropped by the turret and Oriana.
And it looks like Karthus sold his... Alright, so they pull off a 4-for-1 trade, and it looks like they're just going to pick up this bottom turret and push in.
Just push into the win and get the win right here.
Yeah, they definitely could. They're going to have to deal with Corky, though. They really do have to deal with Corky.
Well, Corky in a 4v1 situation is not exactly the most favorable.
Yeah, it's not really favorable, but they do need to kill him to effectively get the win. They can get these Nexus turrets, pick up another inhibitor. I think they're sitting with the safe.
As the inhibitor respawns, but they will have all three inhibitors down. That's going to be so many super creeps coming into that base.
Yeah, they're playing it safe. They're picking up the 3 inhibitors. I think they're going to go ahead and back out here. Karthus is getting some damage on Corky, or getting damaged by Corky, rather. And Nunu looks like he wants to get in on this Karthus.
Karthus is the bravest.
He's brave because he could just die and sit in the fight and be like, ha ha ha, I'm not dead yet, Ree.
As I just attempted to open shop, realized I don't have gold to spend. Karthus is building to a Zanya's Hourglass. Okay. Surprised that the Malachi and Tyrek have not sold their boosting ability yet. As Graves bought a QSS instead of a Guardian Angel.
Yeah, it looks like Baron's gonna be coming up rather soon here, maybe in about 2 minutes. Let me check the timer on that. Oops, wrong button. Actually, can you check the timer on that? Cause my chat's turned off.
Don't have timestamps. However, their Baron
you
just
don't
wore
have
off about a minute
timestamps.
ago.
Okay, I will check times here. Wow. I can't even check times. Whatever. There's a lot of chat in here. It's all good, though. Either way, Baron's coming up pretty soon. There's 3 inhibitors down for Who Needs Sleep, and Hecarimjob is pushing in. They're looking for the win here.
Even if Who Needs Sleep tries to push on, as Riven flashes in and...
Oh, that Oriana ult just completely decimating Graves and Karthus. Karthus ult comes out. It's not really going to do much. This actually puts Hecarimjob in a very bad position.
This could be too little too late, however, as Graves could have just walked in, poked back down the turret, and then he could have died on that and been fine. As Shyvana comes in, pokes down that turret, has her W going, Tarek is in there, Malachi's in there.
Riven does
All
pick
the
up
damage.
Shyvana after the Nunu ult.
Graves is back in. As Malachi just
Malachi,
continues to punch that turret.
Malachi is full on man mode right here. This might be a turning point in the game here.
I don't feel that's the case because they are down to one Nexus turret. They do still have 3 waves of super creeps pushing in. And as soon as Malachi respawns, the Baron should be back up, so he can just pick it up for free without any hesitation. Who needs sleep can't back off this turret, otherwise they just basically give up the game.
There's a full team effort to try to defend their last remaining Nexus turret.
The last bastion of hope, if you
The,
will.
the last bastion of hope. It is looking rather bleak for for Who Needs Sleep.
As Shyvana says that their super minions are not trying hard enough. And Baron has just respawned. Malachi is still respawning himself. Tarek just going around clearing wards. Not really having much of a care in the world. Tarek and Graves themselves could take down this Baron. Graves has bought his GA.
It looks like Maokai is actually going to be coming down. They're going to go ahead and start Baron here pretty soon. And they're going to go for the final push here. Yeah, Tarek man's up. He's tanking that Baron. Punched him a couple times.
As Karthus is in there, as well as Shyvana. This Baron's going to go down with no trouble at all.
Maokai doesn't even get the goat.
Attempts to steal the Baron.
Yeah, and he goes in and pops Shirelias. They want to get in there. Second Shirelias is popped. They just want to book it. They want to finish this game.
Well, that base turret is still only at 3/4 of its HP.
I
They
don't know if you
could just
noticed
drop
that or
that
not,
Malachi ult.
but one of them just crit a ward for 1.
Get a replay of that at some point.
Yeah, I do have these all recorded as well, and it will be on the channel. I'm gonna spotlight that one. They go ahead and they're just gonna dive in on this. They pick up the tower. Grace picks up the tower. Pops GA on Riven. They're gonna go ahead and pick up Riven. Shyvana or Karthus actually goes down to Orianna, and the game finishes. Karthus ult does not get to finish. Everyone is immune. Well played. Well played to Hecarimjob.
Very, very exciting high elo matches that we had.